Hi YouTube, this is Joe Calton with Calton Cutlery. You can visit me on the web, caltoncutlery.com. Okay, so today's just a couple of quick tips about what to do when your new Calton Cutlery slingshot gets there. Um, if you guys have seen the other videos about these things, these are coming, banded with target bands and lanyards and 50-ish rounds of 8mm steel and 50-ish rounds of this 9 to 10 mil clay target ammo. Okay, so it's also got an instruction sheet and extra band set. I can't remember what else I put in there. So anyway, so these are kind of geared toward the beginner shooter. I mean, heck, well, I mean, a beginner shooter, I mean, I carry them also, I mean, I carry one of these in the, in the truck in each of the cars, just in case I decide to do some impromptu target practice and I don't have my, my normal, whatever slingshot I'm carrying at the moment with me. So, I mean, they're a really good frame, not just for beginners. But anyway, so they're kind of set up for beginners. So the bands that come with them are yellow 0.54 mil GZK bands. They're cut 15 to 20 if I remember right, with a 210 mil start length. And they've got a pretty generic type GZK pouch on them, right? It's got the locating hole in the middle, but it does not have the pit locators or anything like that. I don't have one to show you, but it's a nice, simple pouch that that shoots a lot of things well. Okay. Now, so these are designed to be shot from a face anchor. Okay, so the short draw style. Put your ammo in your pouch, anchor it somewhere on your face. Aim and shoot. That'll be in the instruction manual. The way these are shipped with these nice light target bands and the clay ammo and the steel ammo, the whole idea is that you start off with the clay ammo and you make yourself a catch box or something, shoot where you can recover your ammo, and then shoot and shoot and shoot until you quit hitting the frame, quit hitting your hand, and the ammo generally goes where it wants to, or where you want it to. Okay, once you get to that point, then you switch over to the steel ammo and start practicing. Okay, like I said, these are target bands, so they're nice and light and easy to shoot. I mean, you can shoot all day long with these things. I mean, they're just really not all that strong. But they do send the ammo down there, with authority. One of these days I'm collecting soup cans. I'm going to wait for a nice day and we'll do an impact test with water-filled soup cans with different bands and different ammo just to kind of see what happens. But anyway, there is at least one thing you'll need to do when you get the slingshot home, and that is to adjust your lanyard. Okay. There's a couple of different ways to use a lanyard like this if you decide to use one, which in the beginning at least I strongly suggest you do use the lanyard. One of them is to put your hand through the lanyard and then twist it up and then grab your frame. Okay, that way when you pull the frame back, if for some reason you let go with this hand while you still have the bands pulled back, that frame cannot come smack you in the face. Okay? That's the whole purpose of a lanyard. Alright? So, you can do it that way. And I'll show you again. It's real easy. In that, you don't have to adjust the lanyard at all. But stick your hand through the lanyard, rotate it a couple of times, grab your frame. If it's too loose, rotate your hand a couple more times, grab your frame. Now see, well, it was too tight. But then I, grab make another turn. Eventually you'll hit to the point where it's too tight and you can't get your hand wrapped around very well, right? So then you just loosen it up a couple of wraps and then go. Just do that until you find out, how many wraps you need, and, that's the way you go. The second way, the way that I like mostly, is get it all untangled and untwisted here. The way I like to use a lanyard is I pull to where the knot's in the middle, I hook my thumb, and then rotate around and then grab the frame. Okay, it does the same thing. Okay, so if I'm holding it back and I let go, that frame isn't coming to smack me in the face. Now, you can do the same thing. You can, twist it up, and that takes up some of your length, and then bring it around and grab it. Okay. Now what that does is it kind of tightens down on your thumb a little bit, but it is a quick way to get it adjusted. Now if I let go, I mean, it's not even moving, if you can see that. So a normal shooting grip, let go, see, it didn't hardly even move. Or what you can do is adjust that knot, and it's just a simple overhand knot here. Adjust the knot to about there-ish. Nope, too tight. That'll be pretty close. Just a hair too tight still. Now with the frame pointing towards you, now see, that's adjusted just about perfect. And I didn't have to twist it or nothing. So I hook in my thumb, roll my hand, grab the frame, grab that, and away I go. If I turn loose for some reason, it doesn't move. Okay? You will have to readjust your grip, but that frame's not going to come back and smack you in the face if you're using a lanyard like that. Okay? Like I said, I strongly suggest that you use the lanyard right off the bat. As you gain proficiency with a slingshot, you might decide that you don't want to use it, and that's entirely up to you. The other thing, so that's the lanyard. I think I went over using the practice ammo before you use the steel ammo. The last thing probably is that, or at least the last thing that we're going to go over today, is that, I made a pattern to make these, right? More than likely, they will not ever be perfectly symmetrical. Okay, I mean, I'm a human man. I mean, I don't, I draw out the pattern and everything and try to keep it as symmetrical as I can. But more than likely, even one that looks absolutely perfect isn't going to be completely symmetrical. Now, with these types right here, where you're tying the bands on, that really doesn't matter. Okay, I'll end up signing. Well, I didn't sign this one. Well, I was going to start signing these things on the inside of the cup on one side, okay? And that way you can kind of tell. Actually, we'll just go ahead and sign this one right quick. Okay, so signed it in the cup. Now, with the way this band is set up, that signature should be to me so that I can pull the bands over the top and shoot. Okay? If, once you wear out this set of bands, or the set of bands that comes on it, and when you go to tie on your next set of bands, by that time your hand will probably be used to the way it's set up already, but test it the other way and see if that feels good or not. If it does feel good, tie your bands on, backwards to where the signature is away from you. And if that feels good, keep going it like that. Typically, one way or another will feel completely perfect. So it really doesn't matter all that much if they're absolutely symmetrical, because our hands aren't really anyways. So again, well, I think that's it. Yeah. Use the practice ammo before the steel ammo. because 4 kits are way easier on the frame with these clay balls. These things, well, I'll show you right quick. I don't know that we can catch an impact on camera, but if we put the clay ball into some pliers here, you can see how easy they just bust apart, right? So when something like that hits your frame or your hand, it does way less damage than a steel ball. Okay, so use the clay until you quit getting 4 kits, until everything, you're starting to feel real comfortable with it. Then switch to steel. 2 different methods on using the lanyard and adjusting them. Either all the way through, twist it up, grab the frame, or adjust it to the right length, thumb in, turn around, grab the frame. Okay, one way or another. And then when you go to reband it, decide if you want to keep it with the signature towards you or if you want to go the other way. And above all, have fun with the things. That's why I'm making them. So again, this is Joe Calton with Calton Cutlery. You can visit me on the web, caltoncutlery.com. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.